EA Sports, and the PGA Tour proudly present coverage of the Pittsburgh Invitational. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Frank, what do you see here on this approach shot at number 1?
There's a little bit of doubt because of the semi-blindness down the hill. If you can just pick up on the top of the flagstick, what really has to be taken into consideration is that little run-in area towards the front of the green. It goes down towards the green, and just before it gets there, it goes up again. So that means if you play your second shot a little too far short, chances are it will not make the green. Once you get on the first 5 or 6 yards of this green, then it all tends to slope towards the back of the green. It's a tough second shot to get right.
On the tee, ready to go. What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Has it for another birdie. 2 holes, 2 birdies. So here we are at the 3rd hole, par 4, again 428 yards. Frank, have you ever seen anything quite like the bunkering that we have here on the left side of this hole?
No, the church pews, they're famous obviously for Oakmont, and they have that tendency to drag your eye to that left side. Really, you hit anything that you can get off on the fairway off this tee, whether it's a long iron, I don't care what it is. If you want to try and hit driver down there, well, good luck, because this really is about the second shot. Somehow avoid that trouble there so you've got a second shot.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Frank, he took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Here now at the par 5 4th at Oakmont, 609 yards in length. Good, par 5.
Oh, if this is up, it's good. Can we get a measure on that one? That's enormous.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, that was just a lousy putt right there. No other way to say it. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. He'll need to be strong with this. Oh, it looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now he'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that.
Just dwindling the holes down. Pars are fine right now.
Par 3 6th here at Oakmont. Frank, it's changed a bit since you played here in the U.S. Open back in 1994.
Yes, it has, Rich. They used to have a bunker behind the screen, sort of back left. They've removed that now and actually increased the back of this green. I'm not going to say it makes the hole that much easier. It just gives them a few more places to cut a flag when they choose to stick it in the back.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. That's good work by the former PGA teaching professional, one of the best instructors in the country, with a birdie, now inside the cut line. All right, Frank, take us down onto the 7th hole, par 4 at 434 yards.
Another one that's just another great driving hole. Bunkers on both sides of the fairway, so you can't really bail out either way. Used to be some trees in that down the right side. They've been removed, replaced now by fescue. So if you do miss those bunkers right or left, it's not exactly going to be the easiest chip out to the fairway. Another one that's a must-hit fairway. The reason why? It's a long par 4, and it's the only way you're going to hit this par 4 and 2.
Good-looking shot right here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. Frank, the par 3 8th, it will take a player's very best strike.
Yeah, it's not often you see the odd driver come out of the bag, but when a hole can be stretched out to close to 300 yards, then everybody in the field needs some heavy artillery. It's a big, long par 3. Green does feed a little bit to the left, but at that distance, no hole is easy.
He's hit the green, but his work is by no means finished. A difficult putt coming up from about 25 feet. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. Frank, how about that?
Well, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away, instead straight in. Amazing shot, and really deserves it.
Rounding out the front 9 here at Oakmont, Frank, it looks to be straight away, uphill. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, there certainly is. Years gone by, this was a par 5 for the U.S. Opens of yesteryear. Par 5 still for the members. And the reason why is it's a little bit uphill, semi-blind tee shot, bunkers left and right, and, of course, rough if you miss those. This is one of those holes, even though it's a par 4 now, you miss the fairway here, you are not reaching this green in 2.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Frank, such an advantage when you can hit that far.
It's not fair.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. It's a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
That is a solid par putt. Pretty short hole here at the 11th. It's only 379 yards, par 4. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up? It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
And he's made the green. Locked in on the read and the speed. Oh, I thought he had that. Frank, we see it every single round. These kind of putts determine whether it's a good score or an average score.
Yeah, and just like that, a bogey. And does not feel like he deserves it.
Too bad, misses the putt and an opportunity. So a tester from 4 feet. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. So they'll tap in. He's made it. Now at the par 5 12th, 667 yards. Frank, you've played golf around the world at the very highest level. I've heard you say you think this is one of the hardest par 5s on the planet. Why?
The slope of the fairway, you don't get a flat lie anywhere along that, and the green slopes away from you. So really there's no easy out. This is the only par 5 I've ever seen where the best players in the world would take a 5.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Frank, what are you looking to do on this approach shot here at the par 5 12th?
Well, if you're not lucky enough to be able to get the second shot down by that greenside bunker, which leaves you some sort of pitch, you've got to avoid these 2 sections of cross bunkers. But remembering, you're hitting to a side slope, so either draw the ball against the side slope or somehow aim it high enough up the hill that there's enough fairway for it to stop on.
Safely aboard. This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. He has a birdie opportunity here. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
He'll take par and move on. Here at the par 3 13th, we're ready to tee off. It's 183 yards. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Good putt. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We're at the 14th hole at Oakmont Country Club. Frank, it's only 350.
He goes after it like he is here.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a greenside bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing.
Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par. Well, that was a good try. Didn't quite get the break right.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
Now, in this situation, Rich, a bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Here at the 15th, a long par 4 at 499 yards. Frank, what are you looking to do off the tee?
Tee shot here is very similar to the one back at the par 5, where the fairway slopes left to right, and then the second shot's going to be uphill to a green that's actually built in the opposite direction. This is a tough par 4.
So that ball nestles down. A lot of speed through the ball.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Just has the feel today. On to 16 now at 231-yard par 3. I like the looks of this one. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
In the hole and a birdie. Now on to the 17th hole, and Frank, in so many ways, this determined the outcome of the 2007 U.S. Open. Jim Furyk had his issues here. It's just 313 yards, but it can really play with a player's mind.
It's such an unusual par 4 for a U.S. Open, plus also where it comes in the round, because the options, and there's only really two, is like a 4 or 5 iron, sneak it up the right side, or you take a driver directly at the green. You would think there's something in between, but really there isn't. And that's why, to your point, it stopped Jim Furyk, it stopped Tiger Woods, it allowed Cabrera to win. It also helped Ernie Els, who went with the driver option there back in 1994. So 17, it's short, it's tempting, it is at a US Open, but it is still demanding.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Has this now for bogey. Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Yeah, can't afford another, though.
Great finishing hole here at Oakmont, Frank, the 18th.
I remember back in 1994, this was the last hole in a US Open ever played by Arnold Palmer. Couldn't pick a better finishing hole. To win a championship, we'll say farewell.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That is classy.
They had a chance of going in.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side. Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live third-round coverage of the Pittsburgh Invitational. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is going.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Solid play, heart of the green. Settles in over the putt. Continues to hold that sizable lead on the rest of the field. On the tee, ready to go. Headed for the bunker? Not his best shot, and now he'll have to deal with a bunker.
Yeah, they say the hardest shot in golf, the next one. And an awkward little bunker shot, just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Just 5 feet left. Wow, I thought he made that. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Even par, currently.
In for par. Third hole's a par 4. Again, it's 428 yards, but Frank, we look out to the left and we can see there's nothing quite like the third at Oakmont.
Well, the church pews certainly might look beautiful from our point of view, but they really shrink the hole down or the landing area because not only the pews on the left side, but a bunch of bunkers on the right. You can see the tee shot plays a little downhill, but it funnels in so closely together that more often than not we'll see players hit long irons off the tee here. There's a bit.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Birdie try again here today.
Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
Fourth hole now. Long par 5 at 609 yards.
That was nuclear.
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. I think this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Pretty good shot. That ball settles in about 13 feet away.
You'd like to think unlucky for some, but birdie putt coming up.
Oh, he's gonna love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
Take you up now to the fifth hole, 382-yard par 4. Frank, what do you think of the fifth?
An excellent tee shot is required here with just a long iron. Even something as short as a 4-iron is fine because the hole's not overly long. If you can bisect the bunkers on both sides, that's the key there. Second shot's going to be a little downhill.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Getting set now over the putt. Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. And now to the par 3 sixth here at Oakmont, measuring in at just under 200 yards. Well, this could be good. Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. This can be a cruel game at times.
Well, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now par.
This would give him the par.
Virtually no error in that putting stroke. Good putt.
And we've come to the par 4 7th. It is 434 yards. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Frank, what does this second shot look like at the par 4 7th?
Well, normally on any other golf course, you'd say you've got enough green there to work with. But remember, in a US Open, with the firmness and the speed of these greens, if this ball is slightly offline, it's just going to funnel into one of those two bunkers on the right or that one in the back right. This is why you have to respect the middle of this green.
Those greens about as fast as that Pennsylvania Turnpike to the right of the 7th here. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude. You've got to really knuckle